the cells.
No,
it's not about. No. I'm speaking. No, 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 I'm speaking.
Want to say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
Got it.
Thank you. So it's not.
Basically, to explain really quick, so there's like 21 liberals. I don't know if you can see the title. Or 25. What the heck? There's 25 liberals, bro. And basically they're trying to debate Charlie Kirk, this dude, and they're trying to like outsmart him. Yeah, nah, this is gonna be interesting. You missed some of the arguments. Right now they're talking about abortion, but you can go watch the first 9 minutes yourself.
Hello.
You got that dog in there.
I just want to clarify, the thing that you're aiming for is less abortion, right? That would be what you would want, or at least no abortion.
Eventually, it's also a protection of those that can't protect themselves. But yes, and that's why after the reversal of Roe versus Wade, we saw abortions go down dramatically in Texas, Alabama, Mississippi. We saw thousands of babies that are now alive and well that are able to have amazing lives thanks to the reversal of Roe versus Wade.
I don't think a lot of that is true.
Well, it is, but
it's not true, because when you make abortion illegal, it doesn't actually decrease the amount of abortions that happen.
That's a nice talking point. In Texas, the numbers show differently. The birth rate has gone up.
Yeah, legal goes down, but illegal abortions still happen. Abortions still happen outside of whatever diet.
Lila, I'm not gonna lie, I hate this argument. Your argument is, well, people are gonna do it illegally, so just make it legal. It's like no, like, yeah, at the end of the day, people have free will and people can do whatever. If I chose to, even though murder is currently illegal, I could still go outside and kill someone. You know? That doesn't mean that we should make murder legal, because, well, there's going to be people that do it illegally anyway. It's like the whole point is to mitigate it. You can't control people. At the end of the day, like, deep down, you can't control people, but we can set barriers in place to prevent it from occurring, and that's the goal. Like, yeah, there will always be abortions, no matter if it's legal or illegal, but the goal is to minimize it as much as possible. Like, if we made all drugs illegal, there would still be people who sell that stuff like underground black markets. But just because that's going to happen, that doesn't mean we should just legalize all drugs, legalize crack, heroin, cocaine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a bad argument. I'm sure Charlie Kirk is going to say something similar. I don't know.
That's not true, but let's just say, so well, if you want to, well, first of all, if you count the abortion pill, you're right, but that's a separate thing than a chemical abortion and surgical abortion are different things. And I'm not debating you, I'm debating her. So if you want to do the flags and come back in, try and be faster next time. So let me ask you this. So the question is, we should try to limit unjust suffering of human beings, right?
Sure.
Okay, that's my position, is that there's unjust suffering of anywhere between 1.4 to 1.6 million abortions a year of human beings that are being massacred in the womb. And so that's not a woman's rights issue, that's not a men's rights issue, that's just a human rights issue.
Okay, the best way to decrease abortions happening is proper sex education. Limiting abortion and making abortion illegal does not actually decrease the amount of abortions that happen.
So what is your evidence of that?
What is my evidence of that?
Because we have increased sex education in the last 30 years.
Our sex education is so bad in America.
Well, by bad, what do you mean by that? We have more access to birth control for young kids. We have more kids that are learning to use birth control at a younger age. We have more of that in our public school system, and we've seen all the trends actually go in a negative direction. So,
they literally hand out condoms. They were handing out condoms at my college. They just be handing that John out willy-nilly, you know what I'm saying? And there's something I read regarding, you know, because she's talking about, safe sex and teach people about sex. Nah, that's cringe. Let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing, right? Some people are going to have sex no matter what. If there was condoms or no condoms or contraceptives, whatever, there was always going to be a group of people that chose to have sex, right? But then, and on the other side of the spectrum, there's people who are going to choose to refrain from having sex until they're married, right? But then there's a group of people in between where it's like, I kind of do want to have sex, but I might get this person pregnant, or I might get pregnant, so I don't want to risk it, you know? But when we introduce this idea of contraceptives, but if you put this on, you won't get her pregnant. But if you take this, you could just do this. You know what I'm saying? So the introduction of contraceptives, or, you know, quote unquote safe sex, it actually led people who were on the fence and kind of apprehensive. It led them to actually start experimenting and having sex before marriage, fornicating. You feel me? And the thing is, we know that contraceptives don't work 100% of the time. You can wear a condom and it could break, you feel me? And so the introduction of contraceptives actually led to the increase of unwanted pregnancies, you feel me? And it's also degenerate too, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, bro, wait till marriage on some real stuff. Jesus Christ is real.
In fact, we see that the more sex education there is, the more disturbing those trends are. So you say that, let me ask just one more thing. Mm-hmm. You say that if we make abortion illegal, people will still do it. Should we then just make gang violence legal because
No, I'm saying if you actually wanted to decrease the amount of abortions that happen, you wouldn't be advocating.
Yeah, by the way, he just made the argument I made. Because it's like, it's such a... And that one girl, hey, I'm about to cook that, I'm playing. But it's just like, why did she make that face? Why did she make that face like what he said was wrong? Like that, but that's like a liberal debate tactic. It's like, because he's right. Like, that's just a logical, like, it's like, it doesn't make sense what she said, right? And he just rebutted what she said. And the response, the liberal response is just make a weird face. But it's like you're not getting to the root. Like, is what he said wrong or what? Like, you'd be frying me.
For to make abortion illegal, you'd be advocating for all of these other things.
Does that logic apply to stealing, looting, kidnapping, arson, and murder?
Well, actually it does, because those are results of different societal issues that you should be educating yourself on, rather than making it illegal on the front.
Should we make kidnapping, arson, burglary, murder legal because they're symptoms of something else?
We should be helping society heal from those things.
You got to answer the question. We want less of those things. Should we just...
If people start waving the flag, it's like, get her out of there. She's sinking. She's sinking.
Make them legal and we'll get less looting?
You know, actually, I'm gonna let someone else take it.
Yeah, yo, she like, I gotta go. Like, but it's like you got cooked. At the end of the day, you got cooked, and it wasn't even like he's trying to get you with a gotcha. I mean, I guess he kind of was, but it's like, but it's what logically follows. Like, based on your logic, based on what you said, that is the logical conclusion. Okay, just make everything legal then, because people will always do it illegally. You feel me? So it's like, I don't know. And then she realized, like, oh, that was actually a really bad point. Someone, please. She was waiting for them to raise the flag. Like, y'all supposed to be on her side. Y'all should have been raised the flag. Like.
Thank you very much. Hi, Parker. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Big TikTok guy here.
So, like, pedophiles, people who were married to children in the past and normalized in that society, should they go to prison?
Should pedophiles?
Like, if you could go back in time, would you put those pedophiles in prison that married those children because it was normalized? They were deceived into thinking it's okay. Would you put them in prison?
You got to slow down.
Sorry.
Pedophiles should get the death.
yo, why Parker? I guess he's nervous or something. He's nervous. I cooked that guy on the debate, by the way. I'm gonna keep saying
death penalty.
No, so you'd go back in the past, you'd give them the death penalty, even though they were deceived into thinking it was okay? But you said people...
Okay, hey. And, okay, so to give context, because I don't think I have this recorded, right? This is going to be like an hour-long video, by the way. So if you watch this whole thing, you're real. But I missed the first 10 minutes of this debate. But some white dude, there was a white dude, another white dude, he was talking about, okay, should murderers go to jail or should murderers be imprisoned or something like that, right? And he was basically trying to say, like, if you consider this murder, then women who commit abortion, they're murderers. And so you should want to imprison them. You feel me? But he kind of like chickened out of that. He's like, well, the women were deceived. You feel me? He's like, well, the women were deceived. But here's the thing, though. And that's why Parker's going to cook him. I think Parker might actually cook him in this sense, in this argument, because a lot of pro-lifers, that's where they fold, because they don't want to press charges against the mothers. I'm an abolitionist. I'm not pro-life. I'm an abolitionist. Yo, my mic is peaking, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's too loud. Here we go. I think it should be better. I'm an abolitionist. I'm not just pro-life. I think it should be abolished, and I do think that women should go to jail if they get abortions, not just the doctors. You feel me? But I don't think Charlie Kirk is willing to hold that position, because it quote unquote sounds extreme, you know, and because of that, because he doesn't want to hold the actual real position, which is abolition, being an abolitionist, he's gonna fail in this argument, more than likely. If you're still watching this, you're real, by the way, and you're high IQ.
People who get abortions who are women shouldn't go to prison.
But it's not currently illegal.
Okay, regardless.
Pedophilia
At that time, it wasn't.
No, I would not go back and retroactively enforce laws where things were currently not illegal.
You wouldn't put pedophiles in prison in the past.
Hold on a second. When was it illegal? When was it legal in America?
Well, child marriage was legal in America throughout the early 1900s, and especially throughout most of society for thousands of years, especially in the Old Testament and in the Bible. Right?
Hold on a second. So where is the Levitical law that allows you to marry a child?
Oh, yeah.
Can you name the verse?
Well, I can't name the verse, but the particular conditions that are enlisted in the Bible are that you have to be physical maturity and emotional maturity, which is extremely vague and throughout society has been seen to be met at puberty.
There is not a verse, but let's kind of go
back.
Okay,
so when is the age of consent
abortion.
under your view?
Let's go back to, generally agreed upon it's 18 years old. But let me ask you
because you don't go based on what's generally agreed, you go based on the Bible.
I say 18 years old, but let me ask you a question.
Where's that in the Bible?
When does life begin?
Conception.
I'm not gonna lie, like low-key Parker is frying him a little bit. Low-key Parker's frying him a little bit, and so Charlie, he's trying to get it back just to abortion, but like the analogy that he's making, like he's right, you feel me? Parker's actually right, you feel me? And so Charlie Kirk, he'll always get stumped in this specific part unless he just takes the real conclusion, which is abolition, become an abolitionist. You know, we put these moms, these murderer moms in prison, which I know it sounds crazy, but what I would say is we wouldn't retroactively, like, because some people, they hear that and they've had abortions, they're like, what? If you did it in the past, we're not going to retroactively look at every single person who's got an abortion, but from that point forward, you feel me? But yeah, that's the position he needs to hold, or else he'll always get stumped right here.
Like conception, great. So good. So should we protect all life at conception?
I care about sentient life, not
sentient.
Cellular
So
life.
when do brainwaves start?
Do you think brain dead people should be able to pull the plug on, like a family should be able?
Oh yeah. By the way, I've debated this guy. I cooked him. I definitely did. I don't remember too well. I definitely did. I win every debate, right? Through Christ. But he's high IQ, bro. Parker's high IQ. He's high IQ. He's high IQ, bro. Like if you want to go into semantics, he'll probably beat you, bro. He'll probably beat you because we have to just be like, nah, bro, Jesus is like, like when you start trying to like, because a lot of people, when it comes to abortion, they don't want to talk about like God and like we're all made in his image and stuff. They don't want to bring up God in a debate. You know, they just want to make it all scientific. But if you try and play in that realm, you're going to get cooked by someone who's knowledgeable like Parker. So I don't go in there. I just say, nah, life begins at conception. All life has inherent value. We're all made in God's image. You feel me? When you start going into the weeds, you can get lost. You feel me?
Able to pull the plug on an individual
Hold on,
in the family
you got to answer the question. When do brainwaves start?
You can see brainwaves around 6 to 8 weeks, which in brain dead individual there are brainwaves as well. So the brainwaves necessary to produce a subjective experience are met until around 18 through 26 weeks in the womb.
Can you see it from my perspective that at 6 to 8 weeks those brainwaves will actually increase, not decrease, if allowed the process of development to continue?
Did you know those same EEG scans exist in brain dead people that you don't think are sentient?
No, but the difference with the brain dead people is that the likelihood of those brainwaves actually increasing is very low. At 6 to 8 weeks, when by 15 weeks they can hear the mom's
impossible.
Voice.
It's irregular sensation. That's what brain death is.
Hold on,
didn't know that.
But no,
it's not coma.
But you're doing a red herring. Go back to
no, it's not. What's a red herring?
A red herring is where you avoid the topic and you say something that is adjacent or symmetrical to what I'm saying, but not actually I'm saying.
You mean a reductio ad absurdum? That's not a red herring.
A 6 to 8 week baby, if they're allowed to continue to develop, what ends up happening?
At a certain point, it will become a sentient being in the future. The same way that if I keep engaging in sex with my girlfriend, there'll be a baby in the future. Yet I don't care about the
unless
sperm.
you're infertile, which we don't know. But let's see the process.
Hey, I will say, a lot of people are infertile nowadays. I don't know why. It seemed like ever since like 2020, 2021, a lot of people are infertile. But anyway, I'm sure Parker's a viral young man who can impregnate many women. I don't know, actually. I hope he's not infertile, you know, but I've just noticed that seem to be spike proteins in male sperm for some reason.
Of development, right? Why
do you want to answer my question?
Why do you have the ability or the right?
Should those child P3Os go to prison?
The process of
should the pedophiles go to prison?
From 1904. How many pedophiles are alive?
Did he say C3PO? Like he said child C3PO. I was like, what the?
from 1904.
They're not alive, right? I meant like if you can go back in the past, hypothetically speaking, and you could put them in prison, would you put them in prison?
I would have killed them myself if I was alive back
Okay,
then.
so then you don't apply it based upon what people are deceived to believe. You apply it based on what you consider to be moral.
It's a
so the
separate
women who had
issue.
abortions, you think they should go to prison.
No,
so why should women who get abortions go to prison, but someone like my mom who told me that Santa Claus exists shouldn't go to prison because they're both
This is not going to be a constructive debate if you keep on talking over me.
Well, I was finishing my statement, you were talking over me, but go for it.
Let me ask you a very simple question. Do you think it would be a good thing if we had less abortions in America?
It depends on the context. Like, are the abortions prior to sentience?
Yes,
because I think
all abortions.
No, it would not be necessarily better unless it is the case that the
abortion?
people didn't want the abortions and it would be negatively impactful to their health medically speaking.
Are you against late-term abortion?
After sentience, yes.
Okay, so you believe in an 8-week abortion ban?
Yeah. No, I don't. Sorry, I believe in an abortion ban after 18 through 26 weeks.
Okay, that's a more reasonable position. I have to give you credit for that.
It's similar to Trump's. 15 weeks?
Yeah, so why do you think that most people don't share your view on that?
Well, people just don't really know what sentience is. There's not a lot of conversation about abortion, and these conversations are very difficult. Like they're conceptually hard to go through, and I understand why a lot of people don't understand
for sure.
their positions on it.
So
but I think people
you are where most
You're cutting
Americans
me off. I thought we weren't cutting people off.
I was actually complimenting you.
I'm not gonna lie, Parker cooked him. I think Parker cooked him a little bit. Like Parker cooked him a little bit. Yeah, he definitely cooked him. Yeah, I can't even say anything. Like, yeah, Parker's a fiend. You know what I'm saying? But his thing, that's his bag though. Abortion debates, that's his bag. Like, if you see him on TikTok, that's usually what he debates. But low-key, he was seeming a little sporadic though. You can tell he's lost. Like, one thing though, it doesn't matter how smart you are. Like, that dude is very smart. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that dude does not know God. You know what I'm saying? He could quote Bible. You know what I'm saying? He could quote, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But he's still lost. But it's unfortunate because like that could be the next C.S. Lewis. You feel me? But he just want to be a liberal. You know.
How are you? Nice to see you.
So I just have one question. There's like in any case, you don't think there's any case where abortion should be legal?
There's a very, very rare couple cases.
Okay, so you do think that a couple cases it is legal?
If cesarean section is not going to save the mother's life, and the mother's life is actually at risk, which is debated amongst growing numbers of OBGYNs, that is the only case where abortion should be
do you
allowed.
Think there
but people say it is a growing consensus in the pro-life world that abortion is never medically necessary.
Okay, so if.
And I'll say this. Am my mic on? Okay. And I'll say this. Yeah, like that's pretty much. I agree with that sentiment. I agree that we should be trying to save the mother's life, and that's the only time where quote unquote abortion is okay. But that's not even an abortion, you know, because if there was a way to remove the child and save the mother, then you would do that, right? Because the whole goal is we're trying to save the mother. We're not trying to terminate the life of the child. It just so happens that saving the mother involves the child dying. You feel me? But if there is a way to save both, like if let's say there's two scenarios. You can save the mother and save the child, or save the mother and just kill the kid. If you're a regular normal person, I feel like most people would choose the option where both people live. It's just that currently the technology we have, there's certain scenarios where we can only save one, and we like I say we would save the mother. You feel me? But soon, you know, who knows? You know, if the technology keeps growing or whatever, we could always save both. You feel me? And if you could always save both, then you should always save both. You feel me?
If you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped, and she was gonna give birth, and she would and she was gonna give birth and she was gonna live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
It's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes. The baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So
yeah, like you thought like being emotional would like, oh, but what about? It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm like, he's logically consistent. It's like, but why are you bringing up? But like, once again, people bring up the most heinous, the craziest scenarios. Like, that's not what's happening though. You know, she said it happens in many such cases. Like, let's be real. But yeah, obviously that's messed up. That's a messed up situation. But it's like, bro, come on.
That's insane.
But let me tell you why. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question. There's 2 ultrasounds I have. One is a baby conceived in rape. One is a baby conceived by a loving couple. Which one is which?
Your daughter was probably hopefully conceived by a somewhat
which person here
loving
was
couple.
conceived by rape? Tell me which one was conceived by rape.
You don't know.
Exactly, because it's all human rights
But
and it's all human beings.
that doesn't matter.
So
It's about your daughter who has to give birth to it and is going to be tortured by that for the rest of her life. That's going to take away every freedom she's ever going to have. That's going to ruin her life. She's going to grow up and she's going to be attached to another thing.
The point is how you were conceived is irrelevant what human rights you get.
But
hold on 1 second. If a person conceived in walks down the side of the street, it's not like they don't get First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights.
It's not about that person.
The worst thing to do to the daughter is to then say, hey, we're going to go murder the being inside of you.
They wouldn't even know. Like, listen.
They wouldn't know?
Listen.
But wouldn't it be a better story to say something evil happened and we do something good in the face of evil instead of saying we're going to do evil and then murder the being because we're going to pander to the evil? No.
I'm not gonna lie. That this woman, she looks mad. Like she just is frustrated. Like, bro, this type of stuff gets people very, very, very emotional. Like, let's just be real. Like we're talking about ideas, and I know like these ideas have real life impact. You know, it could change how people think, and I understand that you really think it's righteous to, you know, make abortion as accessible as possible. But at the same time, like we just talking. Like he right in front of you. Like. It's one thing if like you doing this over the internet, you yelling and stuff, but like you right in front of him, you still tweaking. Like, come on, let's have some couth.
What makes the West great is that we do good after evil, not evil after evil.
It's not about the being in the cells. It's not about. No. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Got it.
Thank you. So it's not. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person. No. I'm talking about the person who is dealing with the pregnancy. I am not talking about the cells. I don't care. No, listen. The fetus, the whatever. I don't care about that right now until it is formed. If there is a 5-year-old child who is pregnant and the baby is 2 weeks in utero,
can't get pregnant.
Actually they have given birth.
5-year-olds have given pregnant.
There is one recorded case of a 5-year-old girl who gave birth.
Is that common?
Yes, it's common. 5-year-olds get sometimes, and if they get pregnant, I think they should be able to have medical access to something that could save not only just their life, but like their livelihood.
How many, I'm curious.
I hope your daughter lives.
My whole thing, hold on, by the way, I don't know if y'all peeped, they had like a little fact check banner at the bottom, but they only showed, that was the first time they did that, this whole debate, and it was only to prove that what she's saying was correct. But it's like, I guess it was maybe because like he was questioning the validity of the statement. But my whole thing is like, there's a lot of things he was saying that like people were kind of like, they should have fact checked him and showed that he was right. You feel me? But I don't know. Like I'm just saying that because it shows the bias of Jubilee. But yeah, let's keep going.
But like their livelihood.
How many? I'm curious.
I hope your daughter lives a very happy life and gets away from you.
Okay, so that is really nasty. And so her belief system, just so we're clear, is that.
The time's up.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's fine. I mean, it's insanely nasty, and we'll talk again. My next claim is that college is a scam.
I'm not too interested in this. Topic, but I'll hear it out. I went to college, by the way, but honestly, it can be a scam. But let's hear.
Hello.
What's your name?
I'm Matt.
And by the way, some of those people there, I mean, I get it, but I feel like if there's anything I'm finna debate about, it's gonna be something real. Like we gonna debate about abortion. Like some people, they were just sitting there, they knew they weren't gonna get up. You feel me? They knew they weren't gonna get up because abortion's too serious, you know. But something like college is a scam. It's like, okay, like people don't want to speak when it's something real. That's what bothers me. Because I'm not sure if this guy ever tried to run up during that whole time. Same thing with the other dude. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I wasn't looking too hard, but I might be wrong. But I just feel like some people like... But Maddox is a cool name, though.
How are you doing?
Good.
So, college is a scam.
Well, let's define our terms. College being traditional four-year college.
Of course.
University, not community college or technical college.
Of course.
A scam, if we can agree on a definition, is where a majority of people who will go through the institution or business, they're not getting their money's worth, their time's worth, and they're being deceived when they sign up. So do we agree on those terms?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Well, what would further definitions, what do you think is the purpose of going to college?
The purpose of college should be a traditional liberal arts education, the pursuit of what is good, true, and beautiful.
Okay.
That's not what it is. It should be the betterment of yourself and your soul, nurturing your character and becoming a better citizen, understanding the deeper things in life. At the very least, though, it should be preparing one for the job market. Do you think college does those things?
I think it does, but I would add on to your point that I think not only is it for the betterment of yourself, but it's for the betterment of society. We need historians. We need certain majors that may not make as much money. I think those are for the betterment of society. Would you agree that there's some majors that may not make money, but are still essential to society?
It depends. Do you think that getting a degree in gender studies is good for society?
I would agree, yeah. Why would studying gender not be good for society?
Well, learning that men can give birth is not exactly a good use of time, is it?
Is that what they're teaching in college right now?
A lot of colleges, yeah. According to the Center for Disease Control, they no longer say women can give birth, they say birthing persons.
Okay.
Do you think men can give birth?
Do I think men can give birth? I think that...
yes or no question?
He's like, I'm around a bunch of liberals. Like, he know, like, at the end of the day, and it's so crazy that there's people who still kind of like trip up their words when you get asked a question like this. But I get it. He's around a bunch of libs. You feel me? But it's like, do you think men can give birth? It's like, no. Like, and we all know. I don't care how liberal you are. I don't care if your brain turned blue. That's how liberal you are. You know that men can't give birth. But yet, alas, this guy, well, there is something I read on, like, come on, bro.
Do you think men can give birth?
Do I think men can give birth? I think that...
yes or no question?
I think that a person who is assigned male at birth, I don't think they can give birth.
Assigned male at birth? So people are not male at birth?
I think that a person...
See, your evidence that college is a scam, my friend.
College is...
They trying to get him out of there. They're like, eject button. Look at him, boy. Like, eject button, bro. I'm gonna skip ahead to the next topic. I don't know what he's gonna talk about next. Trans women are not women. Don't want to hear that. Dude, Parker about to tweak. Yo, they're gonna let him cook. I feel like. Oh no, they kicked him out. Sorry. Let me see. We might listen to this one.
Trans women are not women.
Ran.
What's your name?
Sam.
Nice to meet you. Let's define our terms. A woman is an adult female with XX chromosomes. You tell me, what is a woman?
I think a woman is somebody who identifies as a woman.
Got it. So that's not a definition. That's like saying a table is something that identifies as a table. Give me an objective definition of
No, it's not. A table is an object.
Well,
a table can't identify as anything. It doesn't have choice.
You have to give me an objective definition.
Oh, Parker, don't want none of that. Yo, the circular argument, like, I thought after that whole Matt Walsh documentary, we would know that, like, you can't just say a woman is whatever identifies as a woman. Like, that doesn't mean anything. Like, everyone knows this, bro. Come on, bro. Like, he ran. Like, you ran for that seat. You the first one sitting. Like, you got to give something better than that. You should at least start talking semantics. Oh, so a woman with XXY is a woman with X. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can start being really, weird about it, which I'm sure some people will do that. But like the fact that you're just saying that in 2024, like we moved past that talking point.
If I decided right now that I wanted to identify as a woman, I would be a woman.
Okay, but that doesn't answer the question.
I know, but right now I'm a man, right? So if that happened right now, I'd be a woman. So once a person makes the decision to identify as a woman,
got it. No,
they're a woman.
That's a separate issue. What is a woman?
That's the definition.
No, I know, but you have to tell me what.
A person who identifies themselves as a woman.
But you have how do you know that they are that thing?
How do I don't need to know what they are. I can ask them if I want to know.
But there needs to be, you need to tell me what that thing is, though.
Somebody who... Okay, sorry, we're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere.
Well, no, it's important because it's like saying a giraffe is a thing that looks like a giraffe, or a coyote is a thing that looks like a coyote. It's called circular reasoning. You have to give me a actual definition.
I don't have to... I did give you a definition.
No, you said that a woman is something that thinks they're a woman. That doesn't give me a definition. That's simply...
What would you consider a definition then?
An adult female with XX chromosomes.
No. I mean, like, what makes that a definition?
Just a defined definition. That's a new one. He's like, defined definition. That's a bar, bro. But he did not do well, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Parker, you don't got that dog in you. You never really wanted the seat, bro. You never really wanted the seat. Cause if that's me, I'm playing. But like, you didn't want the seat for real. But don't worry, he gonna get it. But like, you yielded right here, bro. What happened? What happened, bro? He's like, after you, my lady. Nah, bro.
Hello.
Hi.
Juliana?
Juliana,
I remember,
yeah.
okay.
I don't necessarily think that you can define a woman just by her chromosomes. Women are so much more than that. They come in a variety of shapes, sizes, colors. And I don't necessarily think that you can count out somebody who's trans just because they don't have a certain set of chromosomes. There are also people who are born, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Intersex?
Yes.
So XXY
yes.
or YYX?
Or just, or like
sure.
X0 with nothing.
So natural mutations upon the binary, essentially, right?
Yes. So,
but they don't have both sex organs that both operate, right?
Yeah, but that also I don't think necessarily works, right? Because if it's X,
one
just
is more
X,
dominant
and
than
there's
the other. So
okay,
you're either more male or more female, right? So you might have both a penis and a vagina, but there's never been a case of someone who can impregnate themselves.
Okay. I also don't necessarily think that works for this situation, but I also want to say that one of my best friends is trans, and I would say that she's more of a woman than I am. I think that women define themselves by multiple things, not just their sex organs. If somebody asked me who I was as a woman, I would not say I have a vagina.
Totally fair. So
I would.
No, I think you said something smart. So you said that person is more of a woman than you are. Therefore, you're grading off a definition of something accomplishes womanhood. What is that?
I think well, that's the thing too, and I do think that gets a little complicated, right? Because there are social norms for a gender, but I do think we try to break that, right?
No, for sure. But you said that specific friend is more of a woman than you are. Why?
I think she's a better person than me. I think she lives life.
So women are better people?
She's a better woman than I am. I'm not saying women are better people.
But what makes a woman? Because you said.
I'll be honest. Like, it's like, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just like, my thing is I physically react when something doesn't make sense. Like, and liberals can make sense. Don't get me wrong. Like, when Parker came up that other time, that dude was cooking. You feel me? Even though I disagree with him, but I could logically see what he was saying. But it's like, bro, like, I don't know. To me, even if I can't articulate it as well as someone like Charlie Kirk, it's like, when you say something that doesn't make sense, like logically, just from a logical standpoint, it's like, I don't know. I can't help but like, because it doesn't make sense. I don't know. She's more of a woman than me. Like, how? Well, it's like, bro, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean. And I know some of y'all are like, why, you keep reacting to what they're saying. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I can't help it. But it's like, it doesn't make sense. And then if you point it out, then you just seem like a debate. Like, oh, you're always trying to debate. But it's like, bro, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro. Like, it doesn't make sense. But I'll say one thing, bro. If you're still watching this, by the way, shout out to you. I'll say this one thing, especially if you're a guy. You're probably a guy watching this, right? But if you're a guy, bro, if you really want to get like a wife or something, don't always debate. Like, if you're watching this and you got this far, you probably love debating. You probably love arguments, bro. Don't debate your wife like that, bro. You probably can beat her, in an argument. That was about to sound crazy. You probably could beat her. I'm playing, but you probably could beat her in an argument. But just be loving, right? Be loving. We don't always have to cause strife and discord. You feel me? In Jesus' name.
She's more of a woman than you are.
I'm not saying women are better people.
But what makes a woman? Because you said she's more of a woman than you are. So I want to know what that definition is.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna let somebody else go.
That's all good.
Nah. That's making me mad. I'm gonna let someone else go. You got cooked. Just say, yeah, you fried me. Just say, at least if you're gonna leave, say you fried me before you stand up. Nah, you got me. You cooked me, and then leave, and I'll be like, yeah. But it's like, that it's like, okay, this weird stuff, like, this is what happens when you argue from an indefensible point, because you can get pinned down to the point where it's like, oh man, like, you're cooked, and so you're like, let me just leave. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where, this is why I said don't debate your wife, because this is the part where she cried, because she doesn't have people with 11 flags waving. You feel me? There's no one to get her out. So that's the part where they start crying sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it's like, I don't even know, bro.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Parker, what is a woman?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with female sex.
You frying me, boy. You frying me. Yeah, that dude, I don't even know, but he quick with it. But like, we could speak slower though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but let's rewind that because I didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? I already tuned it out because it was just too much.
Okay. All right, Parker, what is a woman?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Now, define a man. Define a man.
You're looking at one, XY chromosomes in a
Okay, but does God the Father have XY chromosomes prior to incarnation?
We
This dude always want to bring up God, bro. That's good. Hey, come back to Christ, Parker. Come back to Christ, my friend, bro. Like, you always want to talk about God in the Bible. That's good, man. That's good.
Literally have a religious
he's
topic
a father and he's him, but he's not a man.
We have a religious
Wait, so a man is someone with XY chromosomes, but he doesn't have XY chromosomes, yet he's still a man.
Well,
Wait, they have a religious topic where? I don't see it.
Okay, but does God the Father have XY chromosomes prior to incarnation?
We literally have a religious topic.
He's a father and he's him, but he's not a man.
We have a religious topic.
Wait, so a man is someone with XY chromosomes, but he doesn't have XY chromosomes, yet he's still a man. He still uses preferred pronouns.
It's actually very interesting. In the original Hebrew, Adonai, do you know what Adonai is? It's the Hebrew word for God. It's actually genderless, but in the scriptures they use he, right? And they use the masculine. Jesus Christ came to earth as a man, not as a woman, not as genderqueer. But let's go back to the...
But God the Father's a man, right? Because all fathers are men.
Well, first of all, there's a Trinity. So God the Father is neither man nor woman. He is omniscient, omnipotent. He is all being on top of it.
So why do you use he?
Well, I did not. The scriptures do. You could use woman. You could say her. You could use him. But the way that the language is structured, again, it is so... God the Father is so above gender. It is so above any of our understanding.
Then why use him?
With glory and understanding. Again, because you have to make a choice, either he or him or her in the original scriptures. Let's go back to. I'm happy
some
to get into
fathers
that,
aren't men and boys.
So I'm.
So some fathers are not men and boys, not men or boys.
I'm sorry.
Some fathers are not male.
No, of course they are. I'm not.
Wait, so God the Father's a male?
Hold on, God the Father. So where do we get God the Father from? What Greek word?
From your scripture.
Well, from Abba, right, which is a very close personal term.
You're not answering my questions, and you're bringing up random language that doesn't matter.
Well, it actually does.
No, it doesn't.
But let me.
All right, so last time Parker was cooking, this time he's not cooking. This time he's not cooking at all. Like, yeah, this time he's not cooking, bro. Cause actually it really does matter. It actually really does matter. Like, and actually he really did fry every point that Parker was trying to bring up. Like, he actually, yeah.
Let me get down to the root of it,
because he's not a man. You know he's not a man under your worldview. You still use his preferred pronouns. You still call him a man.
Christ is a
man. You don't do that with trans people because you're transphobic. That's why.
Okay, got it. But Christ is a man. I'm happy to get into the sexuality and
Before
gender
incarnation, he's not.
of the Trinity. Okay.
Before incarnation, there's no penis. There's no XY chromosomes. There's no small gametes.
Hold on a second. Let's think about it. If that's correct, how is it then Jacob saw the face of God?
Okay, so if there's
hold on. If there was not before the incarnation, how did Jacob see the face of God? How did Jacob wrestle with God?
Characters can have faces without biology.
How did Jacob wrestle with God?
So okay, do you think that he has a body?
Well,
or was that a figurative notion of wrestle?
That's a mystery of the scriptures. I'm not here. Well, it is. I'm not here to debate theology. Can we go back to what we're talking about?
Does he actually have biology? You keep trying to pivot because you know this debunks you.
Well,
what biology does your God have?
Well, the one of Christ our Lord.
No, I meant before incarnation.
Well, to be honest, I don't quite know, and I don't think the scriptures.
So you don't know what a man is?
Well.
You can't define what a man is?
It's a little opaque. Again, you're looking at a man.
But your video, the largest video on TikTok is, what is a woman, 20 million views, but you don't know what a man is under your own worldview?
I said you're looking at a man, right?
Wait, but God the Father doesn't meet that criteria.
Am I looking at a man?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
A man that's beating you in a debate right now.
Okay, that's fine. So let me ask you a question, though. So do you think that anybody can become a woman?
I think that anyone who meets my criteria is a woman.
What's your criteria again?
Again, adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex.
Can society ever be wrong?
Sure, but like it's a desire to be in accordance with a set of social and cultural norms.
Can I become black if I wear blackface?
No, because it's not a desire that you have to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms.
What if somebody wants to be black?
Because race is defined phenotypically based upon the expression to other people.
But by some standard, you're judging that.
Do you think there's a phenotypical expression of someone who's white and someone who's black? Like, I see you're white because of your phenotypical expression.
Right. So, but do you think, Rachel Dolezal that said she is black and culturally black, is she black?
Does she have phenotypically characteristics we would associate with people
who are black?
Define
phenotypical. I'm not sure what that word means.
It's going to be the expression.
So
of
melanin
particular
content, one skin.
Yes.
Okay. So she could pass as a black person.
Wait, so she doesn't have the melanin content?
She's borderline.
No?
Heavily.
Okay, so then she's not black.
Nah, he's gonna cook. Parker's gonna cook there. Because at the end of the day, like, because then you could say that, like, like, then we gonna bring up logic, right? Logic's like, yes. We could bring up logic. We could bring up any, like, mixed person. There's mixed people that heavily present one race. Are you gonna say that they're not that race? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't present that way. So, but honestly, I'm not that well versed in the trans stuff, but obviously trans women aren't women. You know what I'm saying? Cause that doesn't make sense. That's a good argument because it doesn't make sense. If trans women were women, we wouldn't need to say trans before it. Boom.
Black.
Okay, so you're able to say who is black and not black?
That's how we define it in society. No shit.
Okay, got it. So, but is there an objective definition of who is black?
Wait, language is all subjective. Linguistics professionals indicate it's subjective.
Language is all subjective?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Every
really?
word you just used was created by other human beings that are engaging in conversation.
No, now
you might think it's created by God, but even then it's still subjective.
Got it. But now we're getting somewhere.
God's a subject.
Now we're getting somewhere. Is the word and the value behind murder objective or subjective?
Well, I think morality is subjective. But you think it's subjective too because it comes from God.
That's interesting.
Wait. Why
does everything will always devolve back into morality? Is morality relative? Is it subjective or objective? But you're gonna get cooked. You can't argue moral relativity. You're gonna lose, bro.
Of course it comes from God. It's trans.
I don't know if they're gonna go down this. Oh, that's probably why Parker got kicked out, because he was doing pretty well, kind of like he was doing okay. I was wondering why they kicked him out, but it's probably just because he stepped into a landmine right here, talking about morality.
That's true. That's subjective. That's subjective. Yes, it is. No. If it comes from God, it's specifically subjective. If it comes independent of God, then it's objective. No, what you just told me is also compatible morality. With moral anti-realism.
So let's go back to the Ten Commandments.
You don't understand meta-ethics.
Well, hold on a second.
What does subjective morality mean? What does it mean?
Subjective morality means that it comes in everybody's own opinion, their own form,
true dependent upon a stance. Again, God is a stance, and that's the truth of morality.
So if let's believe, do you believe if everybody believed in the concept of God, the transcendent God, that there was a 10 commandments and we should live by them, right? Is that objective morality?
No. Just because people agree doesn't make it objective.
Then what,
again, independent of a stance.
What is
agreeance is not independent of a stance.
What is objective morality then? Sorry, thanks.
They should have let him finish that part off. I was interested in that, but anyway.
We'll be back at it next time.
We're gonna skip ahead, bro. Bro, I don't care anymore. What else do they talk about? Affirmative action. I don't really care. Hopefully they do a part 2, because apparently they're gonna have a religion topic, but they just didn't do it. Liberals, man. Oh, let's read the comments. They kept voting out the speaker way too early on. Yeah, whenever they started getting cooked, it was like the eject button. It was like, get me out of here. I'm getting cooked. The concept of rushing the chair is weird. Nah, I like it. It's like the Hunger Games. It's like you gotta fight for it, boy. As much as I find Charlie Kirk insufferable, these kids need to learn how to get their points across without becoming emotional. Not facts. I'm speaking. No, that girl. No, I'm speaking. No. Yeah, she was tweaking a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. But low-key, he was interrupting a little bit, but it's like there's times where you have to interrupt, because like, let's say they say something that's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. It's like, because like if someone's arguing a straw man, you feel me? If someone's arguing against a point that you didn't even make, you feel me? Then it's like, hold on, like you gotta clarify. Like, that's not what I'm saying. Like, can I clarify? Like, sometimes you have to interrupt, but it's like, nah, she was tweaking a little bit. It's incredible. It's actually incredible how rude some of these people can be. Here's the thing. If you get a panel of all real life Christians, real deal Christians, not no fake libs, not no fake lib Christians, like real deal Christians who really be in that word, who really, you know what I'm saying? You really wouldn't see this. You know what I'm saying? The immaturity in thinking that they won debates by talking over him is exhausting. They act so disrespectfully to him. Anyway, bro, I'm done watching this. I'm dead. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm not going to edit this, John. Like, I'll barely edit it. Like, there's some parts I'll edit, but I'm not finna edit this, John, like that, bro. But thanks for watching. There's no way you watch this whole video. You have no life, bro. I'm just kidding. I actually have no life. If I'm the one making it, you know what I'm saying, then that says more about me than you. But if you actually watch this, let me not fry you. Like, I'm like, oh, you got no life. I'm trolling. But like, nah, if you actually watch this whole thing, I genuinely appreciate it. And bro, I pray that you keep watching, because like, I'm interested in this type of stuff. I don't want to always make reaction content, because I feel like it's like low effort. You feel me? I want to make my own original stuff, but at the same time, I do want to react. And so it's nice to see that people like you are willing to watch this whole stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nice. Thanks for watching, bruh.
Had a lot of strong opinions.
Oh, what the? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that type of stuff. Bye.